All right, everyone, and welcome back to another part of this miniature series. My name is Jasmine. I'm so happy to be here. I have another host of great professional athletes that I'm so proud and honored to be a part of this. Go ahead and clap for yourself and all the work that you've done over the years and the representation. I like the snaps. But before we begin, just a little bit of house information for everyone. This event is the ninth annual Dream Big Athletics Toys for Tots fundraiser, and I'm so proud to. I'm honored to be a part of this event with these professional athletes. The event will be November 16th in Las Vegas at Canyon Springs High School. The tickets are only $5 to get in, which the $5 is a donation to Toys for Tots. So you can either make a donation at the gate or you can actually donate a toy. I think what I'm going to do within the next week is actually make my own Amazon wish list so that we can send a whole bunch of stuff to Ian's house for the event so that we can try to get a whole bunch of toys donated to Toys for Tots. But outside of that, this series is just a way for us to get to know some of these athletes before we get to the event on November 16th. So, what I'd like to do is just give the opportunity for each one of you to introduce yourself. Brianna, I'll start with you.
Awesome. My name is Brianna Barrett. I go by Spidey. I currently live in San Diego. I play on Cali War with Antoinette. You'll meet her in a second. I'm a wide receiver. I don't know what else you want me to add in here. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. And then, Alyssa, do you want to take over?
My name is Alyssa Williams. I play for Nevada Storm. For this holiday showcase game, I'll be playing DB, but I can play anywhere on the field. Yeah.
All right. And last but definitely not least, Antoinette, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Antoinette Frazier. I currently play for Cali War. For this game, I'm going to be playing defensive tackle, and I've been playing for about 5 years now. So I've been playing a while now, and really excited to play in this game and be here tonight.
Well, I'm excited to meet all of you in person on November 16th. So let's just kind of dive into it. This event has been going on for 9 years. So tell me a little bit about your relationship with Ian, and you could be anywhere on November 16th. Why did you choose Toys for Tots? Anyone can answer that question.
So I did Toys for Tots last year. It was my very first time ever playing in this holiday showcase game. And first off, it's nowhere near as big as it was or as it is this year. The numbers for the rosters are tremendously different from what it was last year. But just the heart and dedication that Ian puts into this game, it really makes us motivated to I don't know, make it known. And it's for a good cause too. So obviously it's fun, and we get to mix up with not only WFA but the WNFC. So you're really meeting new players as well as just playing football.
Absolutely. Does anyone else want to answer that question?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why I joined too, because I've been playing for the WFA for what 4 or 5 years now. It'll be my fifth season coming up, and I never really get to meet any of the WNFC players, and I think both leagues are great competition. So I want to be able to meet other women who play professional sports at this level. But also, Toys for Tots is an amazing organism that I would organization, sorry, that I'm absolutely just my heart's in, and I want to be able to give back and have the opportunity to play and just be a part of this.
Absolutely. And then, Antoinette, did you want to answer the question as well?
Yes, for me, I was gonna actually signed up. I signed up to play last year, but I had a death in the family, so I couldn't play in the game. So I'm excited to be able to play in the game this year, and just like once again, it's playing for a cause. Being able to not only raise money for Toys for Tots, but also just showcase women athletes showing off what we can do on the field. Well, just showing off athletes overall. We don't have to be women. We're athletes.
Yeah, and see, I'm glad you brought that up because when I speak with or when I work with other people who have never worked with female or women athletes, they're like, "How should I address it? How should I address it?" I'm like, "They're professional athletes. Just
Mhm.
refer to them as professional athletes because that's who they are." And speaking of that, Ian does a really good job of sending over stats. All of you have a very extensive history in sports. Competing collegiately, actually gaining recognition on a collegiate level. So, Alyssa, I'll start with you. Could you tell us a little bit about your history as an athlete, and then how did you transfer your experience over to tackle football?
So growing up, I didn't really have a choice not other to play sports. I have six siblings in total. I have four brothers and one sister. So that's a basketball team with a sub. So
Yeah.
we always were just in sports. It didn't matter if it was a boy or girl sport. But I fell in love with soccer. So soccer was my main sport. I played it since I was like 5, all the way up collegiately. I played 2 years, but I ended up having my son in 2020. I took 2 years off of sports, and then one day I saw Nevada Storm was having a tryout date. I tried out, and I just fell in love with football.
And would anyone else like to take that?
I go ahead and share. Definitely grew up playing basketball, sports in the family. Um, been playing sports all my life, but in college, I was a thrower. So I say track and field, but nothing track related, more field.
Mhm.
So shot put, discus, and hammer. I did that in college, and so that really I've been playing sports all my life, and then just transitioning over to football. I started pretty late playing football, in my mid 30s. So somebody found me at the gym and said, "You look like you want to play football." I was like, "I don't," but I came out and tried out, and have been playing ever since. So definitely have enjoyed the experience of playing football and being out there with just a whole wide range of different athletes. So, yeah.
Now, before we move on to you, I'm sorry, Ren, I just kind of want to expand on something because hammer throwing, because I think you were in California. I grew up in Texas. I also did, the field events.
hmm
And so, tell me a little bit about that. We did not have that in Texas.
Oh, for hammer throw, well, of course you don't hammer throw in high school. Mostly they stick to discus and shot put. The hammer
Hmm.
throw is a little bit people can get really injured. You can really hurt somebody throwing the hammer. So I didn't learn how to throw the hammer until I got to college and I fell in love
Oh.
with it. It's amazing. Normally people also throw javelin. I did not throw javelin. I kept to the more of the heavy weights, the weighted, the javelin, the form. The only thing that I loved about javelin was the shoes. Other than that, I couldn't do it. But hammer definitely is an experience. Being able to, if you watch it, get to watch it being spinning in the ring, like, and just all that power you push out there to get the hammer to go far. Like, that's I love it. It's amazing. It was a great experience. to be able to do that in college.
What were
Well,
the shoes like? Happy?
The javelin shoes,
The shoes, yeah.
yeah.
they were like high tops. They were like they only like discus and shot put shoes were not like cool, but like the javelin shoes were more of like a high top, but they look like Back to the Future, so they had really cool designs.
All
Whereas
right.
like you couldn't like the hammer shot put, it was like low top, they weren't really fashionable. But anytime I saw the javelin shoes, I was like, those are nice, but I'm not gonna throw javelin just to get a nice pair of shoes.
I'll have
Had
to
I
check
known
that
that, I
out.
probably would have joined javelin. What? Find me throwing the javelin just for the shoes.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Somebody
No,
may
they
be out there doing
mm-mm,
that.
mm-mm.
Now, Brianna, you also have I just Ian gave me a whole list here, right? All American, which started back in high school at Oaks Christian High School, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And so tell us about your history as an athlete, and then how did you transfer your experience, especially with basketball, into football?
Yes. So I grew up playing pretty much any sport that made me happy. I started off skateboarding, then I went into then I found track, and from track I realized I didn't really like to run like that. Then I was like, I'm gonna try basketball. So I got really good at basketball. I played at the YMCA growing up since I was like what 4 or 5. From there I just kept playing continuously. Played in high school. And then from there went to USC, got a full ride scholarship, played there all 4 years. And then I played in the Drew League and other leagues locally in LA. And one of my friends actually played for Cali War at the time, and she said, "Hey, look, we have a women's tackle team that plays professionally in this league, WFA. You should come try out." So I kind of just tried it on a whim, just to try something different. And I pretty much fell in love with just playing it. The atmosphere, the people. You meet so many different people from different backgrounds. Um, it's a great experience, and I think my favorite part of just staying within that is just the people you can meet through this, and the places it can take you. I think that's just the coolest part about sports, anyways, is you can
Of
always do
course, the
something with it. You know what I
networking.
mean? Yeah, it's an experience to have within your life. So
Absolutely. The networking is speaking of the networking, and I just going to go back over to you, Antoinette, because we've shared an experience together. And thanks to Callie Ward, I kind of took this off Instagram right before we started the show. You had the opportunity to meet CJ Stroud. I am,
Hmm.
yes, I'm
what?
from the greater Houston area. The outskirts is
Yeah.
what I call it. So tell me about that experience, because when I got to meet him, he was really professional, really
Yes,
nice. So tell
really
me a little bit
nice.
about that experience when you got to meet CJ.
Well, I was coming off a plane, and it wasn't, it was Ontario, so I was really kind of trying to figure out, like, I really followed him. I'm not gonna even lie. I saw him coming off the plane. I knew exactly, like, I was like, that face. He has you recognize the face. So I was just following, but nobody was going up to him. Nobody was like, he was just walking by himself in sweats, like, and I was like, like maybe it's not him. So I actually called one of my teammates on FaceTime and like walked in front of him and was like, is this him? Like, is this who we think it is? And she was like, yeah, go say hi. I was like, no, he doesn't want people to. He has his hood on, he has his headphones on, like he clearly doesn't want anybody to recognize him. So I was waiting, and then I was like, to be sure, I was like, did a quick like wiki search and was like, he's from over here. That is him. That's him. Like, of
Yeah,
course.
y'all are
Why
all
fly?
Cali people. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
like, why? Of course he would fly into this airport. Why go to LA when you live right? Got it. So I ended up going, like, literally just getting in front of him. Was like, hey, and and then I asked him like, hey, are you? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you look like you're being very low key, but do you mind if I take a picture with you? And I was like, I play football too, totally like a little kid. Like, look at my sweatshirt. I play football. And he just was like, well, did you guys win? And we won that game that week. And I was like, yeah, we got another one next week. And like, I was just So but he was really nice. Took the picture, smiled, took off his headphones, and then as soon as it was done, put back on his headphones, waiting for his bag, and walked out the door. So very nice. He could have
Amazing.
said no. He said,
Yeah.
good luck on your game. That's wonderful you're playing. And I was just like, and then I was just happy. Like I called everybody that I knew that would understand.
Of
Like nobody. I
course.
called my mom. My mom was like, "Who?" I was like, "Never mind." I was calling. I was calling people just to get excited. I sent pictures. I was like, "Guys, look!" And so it was a good experience. Definitely very. He's very nice. So
That's
but I felt like
awesome.
I embarrassed. I was a little
That's
embarrassing because nobody else said anything. Like nobody else went up to him. Like I was just like, wow, you guys know who that was? You didn't know who that was? Yeah, so
Hey, well, CJ isn't the only person that people should know because based on these stat lines, he's not the only one out here balling. So let me just go through a few of these stats right quick, okay? And a big thanks to Ian. Go ahead and give him a
yeah,
little
yeah.
snap because Ian is on his P's and Q's when it comes to women's professional tackle football and stats, okay? So, Alyssa, he says that on average, you score a touchdown every 5.05 times you touch the ball. 80 tackles, 6 interceptions, and 1 pick. Amazing. Not only that, you play wide receiver, DB, kicker, and kick return. So your athlete is
Everywhere.
all over the field. And
That's
he says
fucking.
that you are quote unquote Miss Do It All. And then Brianna, also, so since 2021, over 3,000 yards, 46 touchdowns, and about 21.4 yards per touch. And you score every about 3.2 times that you touch the ball. And then for Antoinette, WFA first team All American, 92 total tackles and 8 sacks. And he says that you account for 25% of the defensive stops for the Cali War.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's my
So
teammate.
listen, CJ's not the only one out here balling, y'all. So with that amount of talent, I mean, whenever you gave your introductions earlier in the show, you kind of hinted towards what position you want to play. But how should, and you guys are all playing with Coach Rye for Team Grinch, correct?
Yes.
How
Yes.
should Coach Rye use you? Like, what is the best or the most effective way that he should use you? Alyssa, I'm going to start with you.
I'm gonna say what everybody always thinks. I'm not very big. I weigh 145. So the coolest thing I think the coach should use against me is a lot of people look at me, a lot of receivers look at me and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna cook her. She's very small, but I pack a punch and I love it."
Ooh.
So I like being tested a lot. I have
She
speed that comes
talks.
with it. So, and the best thing,
For
I have a mouthpiece.
sure.
I'm in your ear whole
Yeah.
time, whole time. So,
Can I get a
it,
little example? Mm.
Oh my
oh,
god, it's so bad playing against her because she doesn't shut up,
No, she doesn't.
like at
so
all.
I don't even
I'll
line
give
up
you
against
two
her and I can hear
examples.
her go.
So there's two examples. There's either one where the quarterback way overthrows the receiver, and I'll be like, "You're lucky the ball didn't come over here." You're not gonna lie. And then when I have to like press in, but I know the ball is going that way to run play. I like put my hands on them, and I'm like, I should push you to your mom in the bleachers, and just try
Oh.
to get my stuff. Don't get mad at me. I'm doing my job. I love it. It's just because football, of course, with every other sport, is a mental game. So once you get under their skin just a little bit, you're mine. You're mine.
So you said I should push you to your mom in the bleachers?
Push her to your mother in the bleachers, right there, third row
Ooh,
to the second. Yeah, I see
I
her.
like that one better. I like that one better. So, okay, so just kind of because I want you all to answer that question. How should you be used November 16th? And I'll actually go ahead, Brianna.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh. I mean, I make things happen. Like I can get the ball, and I could run the ball down the field, or I can catch So it really doesn't
She
matter. But
flies.
I just, what happened?
I said, you fly up there, just put it in the
Oh
area. She'll
my
get it.
god.
Just
She
put it in the
climbs
air.
air.
Just put
She
it in the air.
climbs
I'll
I
catch
air. I
can't.
it.
don't
It's
know if
no,
anybody knows
dude.
this. She climbs air.
It's literally like trying to catch a kite. You can't
If I
catch
actually
breeze.
could, that'd be cool. But
See, climbing air.
no, I'm a team player. Honestly, like people usually use me as like a decoy half the time, which I'm cool with. Like
What?
I could do that. I
Let
could
me
do
pull up
that
some of the
too.
highlights against me. She's not a
I was
decoy.
about to say,
She's
what
not
is
a
a
decoy.
decoy? What decoy
Oh
are you talking?
god.
All right, I guess this is flag football. My bad. So in flag, I get used as decoy most times, but tackle, I still can get used as decoy. Trust me, because most people are probably gonna be guarding me heavy, and then the other side's gonna be wide open. As
Does
long as
that
we
affect you
win,
at all?
I'm okay. I'll get mine. Don't worry, I'll get mine. As long as we win, I'm good. But wide receiver, I have hands. Don't put me on defense. Don't.
Please don't.
I can't tackle. I'm telling you now. I can't.
No. But she got a really clean interception where she climbed
Yes,
there.
she did.
I turned around and just saw somebody fly. I said, Spidey got it, and ran off the field. We were like, do. I'm done. We're good.
Now, we're coming out to Vegas. We want some action. So, Coach Rod, just give her a little bit, put her around a little bit so we can just see what's going to happen. We're trying to get highlights and clips and all of that. So,
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
so, and I mean, it's a given what he should do with you, but go ahead and let him know. So, just in case you need to leave the message before you arrive in Vegas on the 16th.
Just let me clog the middle. That's it. Just normally I'll have a couple people on me, so I just let you make sure my ends could clean up in, but I'll clog the middle. I don't nobody's getting through. I want to make sure, and I run. I don't think people understand. I will chase
Yep.
after you. I will always run after
Ooh.
people. It's very entertaining for me when I'm doing it too. I laugh because I'm like, I know I'm not
Oh
gonna get him, but
my
I'm gonna try.
gosh.
It's the
But I
Let,
will.
nickname.
I just want to
It's the
let me add a
nickname, y'all.
story. And Happy, it was my rookie season. It was my very first time running up the gut. Happy was guarded by two people already. I just feel a hand on my chest, just rip me. I see 99. God damn. She took me down and she's laughing while helping me up. How disrespectful. How disrespectful. I
That seems to
couldn't
be a
believe
theme, huh?
it.
That seems to be a
I mean,
theme. People laughing and picking you up, or what?
I don't. I mean,
Last time? No, last time I juked you, right? Ah,
okay.
oh, should we pull up the highlight against
yeah, I juked
Cali
you, and
War?
then I was
Wait,
laughing
wait,
and
wait,
picking you
wait.
up.
We
It's a
want to talk
theme.
about. Oh yeah, wait. Let's
No,
settle
no, no,
down
no,
over
no.
there.
Do
Settle
we want to show
down.
highlights?
Chill,
Oh,
Let's
chill,
not do
chill,
this.
chill.
You two, stop. You guys are at the top of my screen and the bottom of my screen. Stop. We're not gonna do this here. Cause I'll pull up all highlights. I have video. I have everything screenshot ready to go.
Hey, we have a text group. I want to see all of that. I want to see all of that.
We don't need the exposure. We're good. I'm good here.
uh,
So, and just as a disclaimer, this event is hosted by Dream Big Athletics in order to support and fundraise for Toys for Tots. All of the athletes, or most of the athletes that will be presented, will be from the WFA and the WNFC, but this is an independent event. But something that Ian really wanted to stress today is how I don't know if all of you have been able to compete on an international level with the WFA. Could you give me some insight on that? So just tell us about the event. And I want to say you guys competed in Amsterdam. Um, give us some information. What was the experience like? Whoever wants to start.
that was the funnest trip. It's my very first international game. First off, it was so fun. The only downside about it was the flight.
Mm.
Outlandish.
Yeah.
Be sitting on a plane for 9 hours, but getting there, the people were amazing. The camps that we did, meeting the players before the actual game was so awesome. Just it felt like I've known these players so much longer than I have. The 4 day span, I met friends that will forever be my friends. It was so cool playing football. I loved it, and I can't wait to go on another trip.
Amazing. Did anybody else want to talk about the experience?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead,
You want to
Spidey.
go, Happy? Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Spidey.
Yeah. No, it was absolutely great. Besides the fact that I have to throw this out there, I lost my luggage, or not me, the airline lost my luggage. So that was probably the first thing that was in my experience of the trip. So I got I got my Doc Martens. Shout out to Doc. They helped me down all week. My Doc Martens. I got other things that were holding me over. But besides that, I just had to throw that out there because that honestly was wild. Um, Being able to meet everybody, the camps, even other people from WFA I haven't met yet. But other people from other countries and areas, like being able to meet them, and like I said, like playing sports gives you the opportunity to meet people and experience things you haven't experienced before. This is one of them. One of the reasons why I love playing. Um, and just like Alyssa was saying, like making friends that you're gonna be able to connect with throughout your years in the sport, outside the sport, you're making friends forever, and it's one of the best experiences. And I highly recommend that for anyone who's playing the WFA, or even other places that allow you to go internationally. It's a whole other experience that you're never gonna regret, forget, and you're always gonna remember for the rest of your life.
I really like that. And then, Antoinette, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, so I've been lucky enough. This was my sixth international game. So I've been to Mexico twice, Colombia twice, and then we did like the entry into it. We went to Costa Rica, when it first when it first kind of began again. So I enjoy it. I love being able to travel and play. The plane ride, definitely don't like a 9 hour plane ride, straight flights. I wouldn't recommend it at all, no matter what airline. I just wouldn't recommend it. But it was a great experience. I love being able to meet new players. And it is, you become a family, like being able to play with so many different athletes, just across, in a sense, across the world. It's a great experience. And we got to play in Amsterdam, and even some of the players that we play with, against in Colombia, came to the game. So that's really cool. So just being able to like spread our love for the sport, and like they were really grateful for all of us to come. I mean, we showed up. There's so many of us there to teach them and help them grow the sport. Because they normally play like flag football, and then they play like eights, or they'll play a lower. So definitely being able to be there and work with them and teach them, it's a great experience. I definitely recommend traveling, and then traveling and playing football. Like that's even more of a plus. So
The
yeah.
dream, the dream.
Just to kind of piggyback off of that, Internet, my experience covering women's professional tackle football is that there's a lot of diversity. And I mean this in many different ways, meaning that, like, I've met players from Amsterdam, I've met players that play professionally in Mexico, and all around the world. I don't think people are aware that women compete in tackle football in different countries. And so I'm happy that you all shared that experience. But a question that I asked Peanut, your QB, going
Yes.
into November 16th, patience. Um, and this question is for you, Antoinette, is just kind of referring back to diversity. There's a lot of body diversity in women's tackle football, and I love it because it presents an opportunity for larger girls to be competitive. I've always been a
Mhm.
larger girl, but I've always also been competitive. And so I have two questions, because you said that you started in your mid 30s. So, talk to me a little bit about, do you run into any adversity considering your age and your size as a professional athlete?
Uh, People question it at first. I haven't really had any like backlash, I think, or any like, at least nobody to my face. Um, any negativity like that. I know people kind of like when I like, oh yeah, I play football, and they're kind of like, because there's only, a lot of people only know like either, maybe a lingerie league or flag football, and they look at
Right.
me and they're just like, so then I have to explain to them, and I pull up pictures and all that, just to kind of show them, no, it's women's tackle football, 11, we wear helmets, full pads, full gear, all that good stuff. So I think for me, like I haven't like any nobody's come to me, but I definitely see it. And I think for myself, I've had to like more so for myself, I've had to like talk myself up into playing and different things like that because I understand that I am a bigger woman. Like I completely understand that. I know my size, but I know I do something with this size. Like my presence is felt on
Hey.
the field. And I don't allow that, even though I have to like kind of hype myself up and talk myself. I have great teammates, I have great people that surround me and talk myself up and talk me up, and I think like that really helps. So the support system, my teammates, nobody ever walks on the field and be like, oh, there's that. I mean, some of the announcers do call me like Big 99, and it bothered me a little bit. But then when I watch and like the tackle, and I'm like, yeah, that was kind of big, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
like I kind of just it's you start to embody it. Like it's not like necessarily a negative thing, right? Like I had to take that negative connotation out of it for myself. So like it's not just them saying it's like, it's Big 99 up the field. Like maybe they can't
Yeah.
pronounce my name or whatever, different comments that they would say. And it's like, you know what? I'm gonna stand on that. I am Big 99. I'm gonna take up space. Like, so I just had to something that I had to kind of learn and grow with. And so, and then also, like I said, being older, it's the same thing. Like I've met players older than me. Like there are a lot of players younger than me. So it's just kind of, I love just the opportunity that it gives. So, yeah.
I love that answer. I love that so much. So, something that has occurred in the last week that you guys get to comment on that we were not able to in the previous shows is the uniform drop. So, I just want to show the audience the uniforms for the
Woo!
event
Tina.
and give me some feedback. Like, what do you guys think about the design? So, let's just talk about these uniforms a little bit.
Team
I think they're
Grinch,
fire.
hands down. All black look is so
Fire.
clean. It's so, and then
Yeah.
the hint green. Oh my god, it looks beautiful. The red looks great too with the white, but nothing can beat black.
Yeah.
That is just so
Dark
good.
side.
Dark side.
Any other
Yeah.
comments?
I mean, I love red. Red is my favorite color. I'm gonna throw that out there. But the black and the green combination, absolutely amazing. I love it.
Good.
It's gonna look real clean when we're out there, honestly.
Hmm. It's kind of like a blackout. I like it. I mean, once again, I do like the uniforms, but I definitely the black. It is the pop of green, and then I already been like looking at okay, what kind of spats am I gonna get? How am I gonna make this work? For me and all that good stuff. So definitely been looking into some stuff to add on to accessorize. So
Well, I've enjoyed all of your time. I don't want to hold you too long. I could really keep this going because at first I was a little worried when we started the whole group chat. It was quiet. We made it, but yeah. So, I mean, one question I just want to make sure I get this in: is there anyone that you look forward to playing with or playing against going into this event November 16th?
Mm.
Alyssa looked
well,
like she's trying to get some licks in.
There,
We already have.
I'm looking. So
I have a
last
list for
year,
Alyssa in my head that I'm like that one, that one, that.
I was looking through the roster for the other team, but I couldn't really find a victim yet. I didn't recognize it yet.
Not a victim.
But I did see I have a girl named Pook, Sabrina, on my team.
Yeah,
And
Pook.
I'm excited to
Yeah,
play with
boo.
her than against her
Yeah.
like I did last year. So
All right.
that's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Anybody else?
I'm definitely excited. I mean, once again, I'm excited to play. I'm also excited to play with Pook. I've had the opportunity to play with her a few years back, and this is just another opportunity to play with her again. There's definitely a lot of athletes, just a lot of people um, that I'm excited to see out there that I watch in a sense when we're playing, like watching them in the WNFC. So definitely want to see some of the defense. I kind of pick up some tricks and different things from like other defense, other players. So it's an opportunity to learn and like be like, oh, that was nice. Let me take that back. So I'm really excited to just watch everybody play, really see everything come together. I haven't seen our QB Peanut. I haven't seen her play in person, but I watched her in the WNFC like all program, and I watching her run over people like, and I just love that. So
I can't
definitely.
wait to see you and Peanut put some bodies down. I'm not showing favoritism. You know what I mean? I'm not no favoritism, but that's either way. I'm just ready to see a good game. Okay, I'm just
Mhm.
impatient of just seeing some really good competition. So, Spidey, you go ahead and let us know. You gonna be hopping over people. What can we look forward to, and who do you look forward to playing against or with?
Um, I think I was talking to someone about this before, but Leilani's on the other team, right?
She is. She
Okay,
is
I do
Leilani, the
not look forward.
linebacker.
She hits hard.
She hits hard.
She is hard. But I'm still excited to play against her.
Hmm.
She's a good player. There's a few other people that are on that roster that I'm excited to play against too. That I've played against in the past few years or played with at All American. I haven't seen it in a bit, and I'm excited to see everyone that I've met before. I don't know if I'm gonna be jumping over people. That might happen. Who knows? No one knows yet. We'll see how I feel in the moment. It's a last minute thing, you know. But yeah, I'm just excited to play altogether.
Hmm.
Well, thank you all for your time. Again, everybody, November 16th, Las Vegas. I don't know if Ian has pre-sale tickets, but you can still donate. This event is an event to fundraise for Toys for Tots, which is Ian's favorite nonprofit organization. So we also thank Toys for Tots. They actually shared a post the other day. So thank you to them for supporting these athletes, these professional athletes. All of these athletes could be doing anything else with their time, but they're all coming together, flying from different places um, around the world, really, to meet up in Las Vegas and have a good old Vegas showdown. So I can't wait to be a part of it. A big thank you to Ian, if y'all could please, if you've ever met Ian, he is 100% passionate about this, and I'm just very happy that he's allowed me to be a part of this. And I can't wait to meet all of these professional athletes from today and from the last few weeks. There's been a lot of smack talking, but I think Alyssa, you may have won with that comment about the mama.
I'm not scared.
I don't
I'm not
know.
scared.
Number one smack talker right here.
She talks
That's
Hey,
what
but
smack
I'm
I
no
still
matter
win.
what.
Number one.
I'm
As she's
not. I'm
going
not
down,
just like.
doesn't matter. She
Man.
always
I
talks
promise.
smack.
And the worst thing about it is, you could run a route and catch a ball over my head, and I'm still gonna talk smack. I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
She
I don't
really
care.
doesn't.
She's
No
still gonna
shame in
run
her
after
game
you
at
and say
all.
something to you.
Oh my goodness. So, hey, it's not too late. Go ahead and get your tickets. Remember, show up in Vegas, whatever, November 16th. It's only $5 to get in. So, it's only $5 to get in. That donation goes to Toys for Tots. Or, even better, bring a toy. So, either a
Yeah.
toy or a $5 donation will get you into the game to see this host of All American gold medalists, professional
Mhm.
athletes, body on body, smack talking professional athletes, putting it down November 16th. Thank you so much for your time. I'm very honored. Does anyone else, anything else before we head out?
I just want to
No,
say
thanks.
one
Thanks for
last
having me.
thing. One last thing. So I implied that I had a kid. I have a 3-year-old boy, and I know my family's watching. So I want to give a huge shout out to my dad, my mom, and all my siblings, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them helping me with my. So
Yes,
Aw, so
Thanks, Dad.
sweet.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, but thank you all. It was nice to meet you virtually. I can't wait to meet you in person. And if there's nothing else, everyone, y'all have a good night.
Thank
Having me.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.